Hi everyone, my name's Rob, I'm a smartphone filmmaker, and today I'm talking to you about the Boya BY-M1 lav mic. Is this the best cheap lav mic on the market today? I'm also going to be showing you 3 ways that you can utilise its 6-metre cable that comes with it. Now most lav mics are about 2 or 3 metres cable, but with this one with such a unique length, I'm going to show you how to make different shots and get great audio in ways that you couldn't do with, say, a shotgun mic that's attached to your phone like the Rode VideoMic Me. And also, I'm going to be telling you at the end of the video what exactly I think about it and hearing the sounds back. What sounds are coming through, what sounds maybe aren't so great, and also is it worth the £12 to £15 that you pay for this depending on where you buy it. With that all out the way, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone. Now it comes in at a price of about, as I said, about £12 to £15, so super cheap. Now let's see what you get with it. First of all, you get this pouch, which is really practical, really nice, feels quite leathery, although it's so cheap it probably can't be leather. And then you got the drawstrings here as well, very nice, chuck it in your pocket, good to go. Get a 1/4 inch adapter as well, your little instruction manual as you'd expect. And then of course, the Boya BY-M1 lavalier mic itself. Now, you get the little clip on here, so wherever you want to put that on, that's working for you. You got the windshield that you get with it as well. This is where it becomes really unique. You got a 6-metre, that's 6-metre wire for the lavalier microphone, which is just insane. So I'm going to show you in a moment the different ways that you can utilise a 6-metre wire lavalier microphone. And so you can imagine it would get a bit cumbersome, but you can work around it, it's pretty good, and depending on what you're going to use it for, it can be really handy. Now you've got this little section in the middle of the wire, so you've got camera, so that's for your DSLR cameras, and then you've got off for smartphones. So when you turn it on for camera, that means you're using the battery of this. So if you're only using it for a smartphone, you then turn it off. Then you're not using the battery and you're just using it plugged into the phone and the power from the phone itself. So you don't need to worry about the actual plug battery power. As long as you've got it switched off and using it on your phone, you're not using the battery at all. And then you can just twist it to open it, take the battery out. Really simple, really useful, decent little setup. So let me show you the different ways that you can utilize this 6-metre wire on the Boya BY-M1, and you'll hear for yourself the sound quality that you get from this. Now, we've all seen those shots in films and dramas, crime dramas especially, where someone's having a secretive phone call and they're looking out of a window. It's kind of like a mysterious, secretive moment, quite intimate. Now, if you're using a shotgun microphone normally, like I do, my Rode VideoMic Me, then if you're doing a wide shot, you're going to miss the audio on that. So to make sure you're getting the audio on every take, so you've got the options to use those in post, what we're going to do is the same technique as we used in the study. So we're going to take this microphone along the floor and then up and stick it to the door so we can get a nice intimate scene with someone on the phone, creating a bit of secrecy that we wouldn't normally be able to do with a short lav mic or a shotgun mic.
Why am I whispering? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps because I'm making a YouTube video that I don't want people to know about. That's why this is a secret and why I'm talking away from people, out the window, on a phone, quietly, so people will never know what I'm talking about. I just want subscribers and views and likes. I want to be liked by everybody.
Now you're probably wondering what on earth I've just done here. Now I have made a boom pole. So what I've done is I got the wire from here where the phone will be in the bracket. And I haven't tied it up because I can't be bothered. But then you come up here and I wrapped it around the pole. To keep the pole in place, I've got all the shoes in the shoe basket on top of it and a heavy box to keep the pole upright. And then you can use sellotape obviously to stick this along the pole if you want to, but I just wrapped it around slightly. And then here, we've got a hook, which you normally do use to get the ladder out the loft. And that runs right down, so you have the lav mic. Now if I come out, you can see it'll be hanging just above these pillows where someone might sit for a scene. So if you haven't got the money for a boom pole, this is another great way to use this lav mic, because you can just make a boom pole with this. Wrap it around, use sellotape, whatever you've got to hand, and use things like I've done to prop it up and make yourself a nice little sound setup. Really cheap, low budget, it doesn't really get any better than that for me. And I'll be using this a lot more in short films now I know that I can do this. And here's an example of a scene you could shoot. Yes, I'm definitely talking to someone right now on my phone. Yes, it's a friend. Of course I'm not going to pretend for a YouTube channel, that's so sad. Or just for a scene. Of course there's a real person on the phone. I've got loads of friends. I just can't get them around because it's lockdown. Yeah. Yeah, right, like I pretend to have friends on the phone. You know me better than that. Okay, so this is the sound with my Rode VideoMic Me. So it might not sound too bad, maybe a little bit tinny. It's not quite where we want it. We're going to get a lot of sound bouncing off of the walls here. It's quite a bare little studio office space. And we want that lav mic to get nice and close. We get much softer sound, much clearer sound. Okay, so this is the first example of how you can use this 6-meter wire on this Boya BY-M1 lav mic. Now, if you've got shots where, regardless if you're vlogging or making a film or interviewing someone, you may have a shot where they're facing away like this, and you want to get great sound. So if you've got a shotgun mic, like I have, the Rode VideoMic Me, which attaches straight into the phone, it's good, but it's a bit too far away. So what we're going to do is have this lav mic set up here, from the phone, along the floor, and up the chair, and attached to the wire of my laptop, and obviously you can attach it to whatever you need to do. You can then get great sound from that way. Think creatively with this. That's why I wanted to review this mic. I know it's been reviewed many times, but I do think that there's a lot of ways you can use this that people haven't spoken about, and this is just one of those ways. So now let's do a bit of an external noise test. So right now you might be able to hear a siren. There's a helicopter right in the distance behind me. There's people over there talking quite loudly about 50 yards away or so. So even though you're talking, you can still get a nice clear sound of voice. Now it is omnidirectional, so you are going to pick up some external sounds. That's just natural with any lav mic. And if you've got a really big sound like a plane going over really loud, you'll stop filming anyway, so it's not really an issue. Well, after using the Boya BY-M1 lav mic, I think it's actually a really great mic, and for the money that you're buying this for, it's a really, really good purchase. The sound quality is really good, and whilst the S's seem to be a bit too sibilant at times, I do think the sound quality in general, given how much it costs as well, is incredible. And you can get lav mics for a lot more expensive than this, so only a little bit better. So if you're on a low budget and you just want to get something for filmmaking, vlogging, interviews, this is absolutely perfect. Obviously you can attach it to your jumper or whatever, put it in hiding spots as well so you can get great sound. And the 6-meter wire allows you to create a boom pole as well, as I showed you. So there's a lot of great positives about this. And whilst it's a fairly cheap build as you'd expect, it's quite solid at the same time. So I've got no worries about it breaking, and it hasn't broken. I've had it for about 6 months now. So overall, I would say if you're looking for a cheap lav mic, this is perfect. And yes, the wire for 6 meters can be a little bit cumbersome, so like keep unwrapping and wrapping. It's not that big a hassle at all, and it's well worth the purchase. So thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one. Bye bye.